Hello everyone, hello. Welcome to another round of Baldur's Gate 3. The game we sporadically look at every so often when I'm between games. We're still looking at our solo Tactician character. We're still doing our Lone Wolf playthrough right now, where it's only this one character, no companions, aside from Shadowheart, who stays in camp and buffs my character. That's all she does. But we adventure alone. Hopefully the stream looks and sounds okay today. I had a weird error message on my OBS when I started up the stream. I may need to update my drivers. That's probably what the problem is, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to update them today. I might update them tomorrow. If not, I'll have them updated before next week. Either way, as long as the stream looks and sounds okay, that is what's important. So we're still in Act 2 right now. We're nearing the very end of Act 2. I just have to finish the temple of what's her face? Name is, I'm forgetting the name right now. The Shar's temple. I'm just got to do the Shar temple. I have basically what I need more or less to get to the end of this temple. I'm just tempted to do all of the trials right now because it'll give me more XP, which would be nice. Might as well top ourselves off here. So yeah, let's look back at our character real fast because some things have changed a little bit since the last time. I know last time we were using a two-handed weapon, a modded two-handed weapon. Modded meaning that I had gotten it through a mod. It's this weapon right here, the Black Razor. We are no longer using that weapon. When I was using it, as much as it speeds up combat to use it, I decided to go back to my original idea, which was to be crazy tanky, which I think is more fun even if it's a little bit slower, because it has some interesting synergies going on. So we still have the same helm we were rolling with when I was playing a tank before, which is that when an enemy misses me, they have to roll a save or take damage. And because my AC is really high, I feel like it should be higher than this though. 18 from armor, 2 from shield, and then that's right, it went down because I took one of my pieces of armor that improved my AC. I had boots that were improving my AC, so I was technically at 26 AC before. Yeah, I was at 26 AC, so it's pretty, either way 25 is still pretty high. I still rarely get hit by things. So whenever they miss me, they basically have to roll to see if they take a save, and they have to take a dexterity saving throw. If they fail, they take radiant damage, and every time they take radiant damage, they get 2 turns of radiating orb. Radiating orb makes them, it gives them minuses to hit, so which makes it even harder to hit my character. But on top of that, I have this shield, whereas if an attacker misses me with an attack, they get reeling. And what reeling does is it makes them miss as well, so it gets them also -2 attack roll. So basically, if they're missing me, they're possibly taking radiant damage, and if they take the radiant damage, they're getting some minuses to hit and some minuses to hit for this. So basically, every enemy who's missing me is going to continue to miss me, raising the likelihood that they'll take radiant damage. But I also have this right here, the Boots of Stormy Clamor, that says when they get a condition, they get 2 turns of reverberation cast on them, right? So Reverberation basically means like they'll get -1 penalties to their saving throws, and on top of that, if they take 5 or more turns, they'll take thunder damage and fall prone, which makes it easier for me to hit them, right? So because they have minuses to their saving throw, because of this, like every time they miss me, they're getting a condition applied on them, which is going to apply reverberation, right? And that's going to make it harder for them to pass this save, which means they're going to take radiant damage, and on top of that, they're going to get a second condition applied on them, which means this is going to apply another time, which means there's a chance that every time an enemy misses me with a single attack, they could, hypothetically, take the damage from reverberation and fall prone immediately, and also take radiant damage on top of that. But moreover, they're also going to take extra radiant damage because of the Callous Glow Ring, which I just picked up the last time I played, which means they're going to take 2 extra points of damage. They take 2 radiant damage on top of any other damage, which means they'll take the extra radiant damage from here, they'll take the extra radiant damage from here, and then whatever attacks I do, they'll take the extra radiant damage as well. So this build may not be like a huge, heavy-hitting, like explosive build, but it can do damage simply by being super tanky and like avoiding damage, which I think is super cool. Now, how it's going to work against bosses and late game stuff, I don't know, but so far it is working pretty well. Pretty decently. That being said, in the next room I'm going to go into, I'm going to have to unequip some things because any radiant damage I deal gets reflected back at me because of the Justiciars. So we're going to switch to the this Arcane Synergy diadem, which every time I conflict a condition, it gives me Arcane Synergy, which makes my attacks, my melee attacks, hit harder, which is what I was rolling for a short minute. Mainly while I'm in here, because then my melee attacks will hit harder. It's not, the synergy isn't as good as the Holy Lance Helm, but it will help because these guys will hurt if I use my other stuff here, and then I'll throw the acid damage on top. This way, I should be fairly safe in this next room. Part of me just wants to charge right in there, honestly. There we go. I don't know if it was worth it to do that, because they might cast spells. I'm not going to cast any spells, but they might. Either way. I kind of touched on this a little bit last time when I was playing and talking about this character, is sometimes if the enemy feels like they can't reasonably hit me with their own rolls, they won't even try. A lot of times they just stand still. Sometimes they'll give up too. They'll start swinging at first, and then after 2 or 3 turns, they'll just stop. Let's just give you free damage. How about that state of play earlier today, though? That frickin' state of play. Today was the state of play for Sony. I can't say I was super impressed by it. If I'm gonna be completely honest, the only things that really I was like interested in was the Lies of P DLC or expansion or whatever you want to call it, because I love Lies of P. Lies of P is such a good like Souls-like game. I had so much fun with that game. Like, that game is great. Highly recommend to anybody who likes any kind of Souls-like game. Get Lies of P, play Lies of P. Fantastic. Amazing. They also showed the Monster Hunter Wilds, a little bit of a trailer to that. And I'm still kind of on the fence about Wilds. I mean, I like Monster Hunter. I played a lot of World. I've put like hundreds of hours into World. Rise, I played a bunch too, though I kind of fell off a little bit with Rise. Wilds look like it's probably going to be better, in my opinion, than Rise. And I am kind of getting that itch again to hunt monsters once more. But it's not like the trailer really did a lot for me. Who's the one I was hitting? Was it you? It was you. Get rid of you. Smack you. What else was in the state of play? There was a lot of games I didn't care about that they showed. Most of the games, like the vast majority of the games that they showcased, I couldn't be less interested in, not gonna lie. Oh, I'll just pop you for free. Somehow I received the blinded condition. Oh, must be like when he died or something. Not really sure why that happened. Oh wow, he actually succeeded. Good for you, bud. Good for you. You're not going to do anything with it, but good for you. Just going to run away. You're all alone. There's nowhere to go, buddy. Oh, okay. That's a choice, and you made it. Oh. Wow, I actually missed. Shocking. There's no Bloodborne. No Bloodborne. Everyone was hoping for Bloodborne, as they do every state of play, but nothing Bloodborne related, obviously. Which is too bad. I really wish they would do something with it. Like, that IP has just been sitting idle for so long now, and everyone absolutely loves Bloodborne. Just, you know, do something with it. Remaster, remake, PC port. You know, it doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Just keep it simple. Final Sacrifice, Moondaughter. I don't... Was that it? Was that the one? I'm trying to remember what's the correct book here. Self-same. No, it's not self-same. Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead and blow up on me. Not worried about it. Teaching... Oh, Night Singer. I think that's the one. Pretty positive that's the correct book there. Is it this button? I cannot remember which button it is. Oh, not that button. That actually hurt. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, that was the one. Oof, that hurt. We got some short rests available. Let's go to camp right quick. We'll get Shadowheart to heal us up. Maybe use a short rest here. Let's use this too while we're at it. Get a level 3 spell slot back. Because there's no reason not to.
Something the matter?
Yes, you join me.
All right. Some.
Ooh, wow. Look how weak she is. She really got walloped by all of that. Again. Okay, let's take a short rest. Alright, we're topped off. Perfect.
Something the matter?
Journey separately.
Very well.
Why does she have a bunch of... Why does she have radiating orbs around her? I wish it would tell me here. I am very curious why she has radiating orbs around her. She should not have... She should definitely not have any radiating orbs around her. That's super weird. There must be some weird synergy that happens with my gear set and having Warding Bond on that causes her to take like radiant damage and therefore get radiating orbs on her through me. Oh, you bet. You know what it is? I bet it's because every time I do damage, so it's because I'm assuming this is how the mechanics of the game work, like how they coded it, that because of Warding Bond, the damage that gets dealt to me gets dealt to Shadowheart, right? Because it's being dealt to me, you could almost say that in a way, I'm doing the damage to Shadowheart because I'm taking the damage, right? Therefore, if I'm taking the damage, and transferring it to her, it would do extra radiant damage to her because of the Callous Glow Ring. Because I noticed a weird synergy in the past with Gale, right? Like in my last playthrough, I gave Gale the Callous Glow Ring, and anytime he took fire damage from like stepping in fire or being set on fire, anytime he would take fire damage, like periodic fire damage, he would also take radiant damage from the Callous Glow Ring. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it should only damage ideal. But because it's like something, it's not like an enemy dealing damage to you, it's like an effect dealing damage to you, the game, I think, treats it as basically doing the damage to yourself. And because of that, because the game thinks you're dealing damage to yourself, it includes the Callous Glow damage in it. Really annoying. Super fucking annoying. I need to get some, like, heavy armor. I need to basically, like, give this heavy armor to Shadowheart after I get a better one. So I need to get to Act 3 to get a better, like, magical plate so that she can negate that damage and not take extra damage.
What can silence the night song?
For now, I have to be the one to use this. This is the only magical plate I have, and it helps with my tankiness by a lot. Where is it? Yeah, it was the correct one. Take the half plate. Take the Spear of Night. Shadowheart can be all pissed off at me. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's like no other magical plate anywhere out in this chapter. I think this is the only magical plate you can get before Act 3. Scared. This is a helmet I used for a while in my Dark Urge playthrough, because that's a really good Dark Urge or like rogue. It's a really good like rogue item. Do I have all of my buffs active? Yeah, it looks like it. My auras. Need my auras up. You know what? I didn't check if that Chain Lightning's damage was halved for me, because that's a real, true, like actual spell. Resistance. So that the Chain Lightning is a real, honest to goodness, actual spell, right? And I have this up, right, the Aura of Warding, that says Paladin and I also have resistance to damage from spells. lightning resistance. So what I've learned is that going, because I'm literally only playing as a as Oath of the Ancients Paladin right now for that very specific ward, the Aura of Warding, and it does not seem like it actually stacks. See, the language, I thought maybe it could stack, because if you look at the language of this, it says you and allies only take half damage from spells, right? But when you look at the if you scroll over here, it says have resistance to damage from spells, which basically means as long as I have this up, the warding bond, this actual aura does nothing for me. It's worthless. So I should respec back to Vengeance. Not that Vengeance does a lot different, but its Oath Charge is going to be something I use far more often to get advantage. If I ever need advantage in combat for like 10 turns or whatever, like against a boss, for example, that's probably not going to get knocked prone very often or at all from my thing. So I should definitely respec. I'll save the respec for after I finish this temple. But now that I know with absolute certainty that this aura does nothing as long as I have warding bond up, then it's a waste of time. Oh, the good old Leap of Faith trial. I hate this trial. This used to be super easy because you could just path your way through this. Like you could just click at the end and you'd automatically go to the end. Okay, then it's to the middle. Okay. Oh, right. I need to, like, do the ritual, right? I can't just, like, go. This might not be worth doing. Because I'm going to get a game over every single time I die here. Since I'm the only character. Stupid. Fucking Apple update. I really hate the Apple software updater. It is so intrusive and it crashes every single time I try to close it. It is the worst, honestly, genuinely. What else was in the state of play today? Oh, they showed a little bit of the Snake Eater remake, which is cool. I know they did a Returnal. They did a Returnal announcement, which I don't care about. What else did they do?
The bowl contains an ancient rust-colored bloodstain. It forms a neat disc.
I shouldn't take any of the damage from the bleeding here. Yeah. Okay, let's take a save. Let's do a save here. So we get 3 attempts before we die. Hopefully we'll be a little better this time. Okay, so we're gonna go up to about there. Then there. Okay. It's definitely... Maybe I have to get closer. It looks like it's closer. Okay, let's go... It's to there. Then there. Okay, that's good. Then straight up the middle to about the end here. So... There. Alright. Then right 1 up 2, basically. Right one. Up two. Then over to the edge. Up to the middle. Get over to the edge. Nope. Maybe I did not walk far enough. Nope. Oy, this is an annoying one. I wish you could just path the way you used to. This is going to be a little bit tedious here. I don't think you can just like jump to the end either. Like there's really no way of cheesing it anymore. You just have to put your head down and get through it. Like doing this challenge on honor mode sucked. I ended up using several like revive scrolls. It was a pain in the ass to get through this.
With haste.
Alright. It's about there. Then about what's the button to go overhead? There we go. Then it's there. Then up to the end. Then over one. Then, oh, nope. Over one. Then how close am I getting? Not quite all the way. So like there, then over, then up to the end, and over again. Then how far up am I going? Up just past it. So like there. Nope. Can I make the jump all the way? So it's basically to right there. Good job. I don't know why you're climbing down. Just like make the jump. Just jump from there. You can make the jump from there. Anyway, what else did we have? There's Sonic Racing. I've never really played Sonic Racing. Didn't care. The Digimon story. You know, I've always been interested in playing the Digimon like story games, like Cyber Sleuth and all that stuff. I've heard good things about them, and I used to love Digimon as a kid. But I've never played them, so I've always kind of like not like hesitated to get any of them. That Lost Soul aside, I know people are really interested in that. I don't really know much about it though. I'll keep my eye on it, but probably I don't know. Not really. We'll see. We'll see. So can I just make that jump? Can I just do like a series of jumps here? To the end.
One day I'll catch a break.
Really? That how did I'm kind of confused about that one, but it is what it is, I suppose. It really won't let you just like jump across, huh? Can I do like a minor jump? Like just like to there? Nope, it just kills you. Wow, this is gonna suck ass dealing with this trial right now. Is the XP really worth it at the end of the day? Maybe not. Maybe not. Not gonna lie. I mean, I would like to level up as much as possible. Get to level 12 as soon as possible. But goddamn, this is tedious. There's Directive 8020, which seems kind of interesting. That's like the Dark Anthology game that was, it's like Until Dawn and shit. I played Until Dawn. It was neat. I've watched most of the other ones played, though I myself haven't really played them. Over. Oh, walked too far over. Neat. Oop. Walked too far up. Got too overzealous there. Over and up. Over, up to the end. And over, but not too close to the wall. Up. Hey, tedium, the tedium. Oh, there's a Five Nights at Freddy's game, which I'll never touch because I've only ever played the first game and don't care. Lot of nothing, lot of nothing. I already knew about Onimusha 2, that they're remastering Onimusha 2, which is cool. For PS4, which I think is interesting. It's not like a PS4, PS5 or anything. It's just PS4, which is neat, but also kind of strange to see at the we're nearing the end of the PS5's life cycle, and for there to be a PS4 only release for this is kind of strange when you think about it.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Fuck. No, 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 God. Ugh. I hate this. I hate this so much, dude. There's really no way to, like... If there's a mod to put in this game, the mod should be to, like, make this fucking shit appear, because it is so tedious doing this shit. I really miss the old way of doing this, where you could literally just click to the end and your character would just automatically path to it, because... You just die way too much doing this. They showed some Onimusha Way of the Sword. That's true. That's another game I'm interested in, is the Way of the Sword, the new Onimusha game coming out. And they released that the character is Miyamoto Musashi, the like classic iconic Japanese swordsman from, you know, feudal times of Japan. And it's, you know, Onimusha is not a stranger to like adapting real historical figures. I mean, obviously Nobunaga is like the main villain. Hideyoshi is also another like major villain in the Onimusha series. I don't agree with that. I feel like this trial should be a lot more forgiving, too. for like as much as like as tedious as it is. Maybe one more step. Okay. Okay, we'll take that. I'm gonna save. We've only used one life so far. So this will cut down on a lot of future tedium right now. So it's like one step past. So we should be on the outside track. This should be good. Nope. Something here, something there. Oh, I hate this. You have to navigate back to the second spot and then navigate back all the way up. You can't just like jump across either. That's bullshit. We're just reloading this shit. Because I'm just going to lose all my lives trying to navigate back all the way to where I was. So let's just cut down on the bullshit time. Reload right now. But yeah, it should be interesting. Miyamoto Musashi being the main character should be pretty neat. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very curious how they'll handle it. Obviously, there hasn't been a new Onimusha game in like 20 years. So it's not going to have tank controls. It's a more action-focused game. I'm hesitantly optimistic about it. Okay, so it's not there. Am I like here? Maybe I have to get over a little bit more. I feel like I'm already over so far. Apparently so. Okay. Get over, forward a little bit, then get over, and then all the way. How far over do I have to get? So the next one should be getting over right next to it. Okay. So there. Get over a little bit more. Then all the way to the end. Hey, we did it. Cool.
The first trial complete. The first sun.
Did we get any XP for that? It does not look like we got any XP for that. This could be just a giant waste of time right now. I mean, that definitely felt like it. We did this one, we did that one. We need to go upstairs. We're going to have to strip down for the self-same trial, I imagine, because I don't want the AI using the same exact setup as me, because there's a good chance that we will not be able to hit each other. And they'll have like full spell slots too. So let's quickly take off all of our stuff. Yeah, look at that yoked orc lady right there. Don't close the door. I'm not trying to close the dang door. Alright, let's touch the bowl.
The bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
We're going to take damage here, though, because we unequipped all of our stuff.
What am I supposed to do here?
One damage is fine. Let's go in the room. Actually, I can't save, can I? Oh, no, I can save. I just can't teleport out. We'll just save. Hopefully it'll... The shadow will have no armor and no weapons.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. Never wanted the easy path. Looks like an ambush.
Yeah, no armor, no weapons. Perfect. No, not everything. I'm not trying to click everything, just these. We can probably go back to... I don't think it has the okay, it doesn't have the shadowy retort or whatever, so we can go back to equipping that and the callous glow ring. Cool. It should be fairly easy to deal with now. That's the trick there, ladies and gents. If you want to have an real easy time with dealing with this challenge, just unequip all of your party members before doing the blood sacrifice. That way you'll only be fighting naked people, and they will die very quick and very easily. Granted, every time I've done this challenge, I've always just gone at it genuinely, sincerely, everyone fully equipped, fully decked out, and I've been able to handle it every time, though I have had some close calls. I just wanted to cut down on the undeniably ridiculous tedium that would have happened if we were both fully equipped here, because it would have been really tough for us to hit each other. And even if we did hit each other, we would have been doing pathetically low damage, because it would have had the same stats and everything as me, which means that the mirror image would have taken less damage from melee weapons, less damage from magic attacks, etc., etc. Okay, this one might be a little tricky, because my character is not built for stealth whatsoever.
Of an ancient blood offering.
What am I supposed to do?
Alright, let's do a quick save. I don't think I can take any damage or die from this trial, but regardless, we'll go ahead and do a quick save. Take that.
Let's see what this does.
We're gonna kind of just like run through this. I'm not sure why I got spotted there.
I'll take that.
Oi, oi, oi. Okay, we might have to do turn-based here. Okay, got spotted there. Okay, maybe we'll go around this way instead. This is the quicker way. button. Who saw me? Was it because I set off the trap? Did setting off the trap do it?
Better be cautious.
That might be worth a look.
Hiding failed yet. Somehow I didn't fail the trial? Oh. I see. Okay, thank you for giving me the damn key already. Oh. The double teleport.
At the ready. Here goes.
Just gonna click in there every time. Eventually we'll make it through.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Oh my god, we were right there. We were about to thread the damn needle. Technically, you're supposed to like stealth through this whole thing, but if you're not playing a character built for stealth, you really shouldn't be doing this. This is why you need a character with like pass without a trace or something like that. Or even invisibility. Technically, I could just use an invisibility potion to do this, which might not be a bad idea, honestly. Would save on the trouble of having to run in over and over again.
Best be on my way.
Just cheese it with the invisibility potion. That's all you need to do. Okay, I don't think there's anything in this labyrinth that's worth picking up, so we're just gonna go ahead and end that.
Every turn. Seek out my intercept. The final test awaits.
Alright, we have done all the trials. We need to go talk to your gear again, because we killed the dude. The elf guy. Are we going the right way? This is not the right way. We killed the elf. Nice pop-in sound effects there. One thing I'm surprised that they didn't really show anything off of in this state of play was Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain. They didn't really say anything about it, or really show much about it, honestly. There was some footage that did get dropped for it, and I watched a video earlier of a prolific content creator known as Iron Pineapple. He did a little video, 30-minute video, talking about Night Rain and what it's about and what's going on with it. It definitely seems like a game that's meant to be played co-op, which is too bad because I don't really have anybody to play it with, and it's really like it's either 3 people or none. I have like one friend who plays Souls games, and I'll co-op with him sometimes, but not 2. I don't have 2 friends that play, so that kind of like cancels me out from really doing it.
Quiet. It's gone. The song is gone. The contract, that conniving sack of worms. I should have known.
Here I am, Yrgir, tongue and all, precisely on time for a lesson in semantics. Devil's in the details, you see, and the details are in the fine print. You were to fulfill the deal, Nowhere does it stipulate you could subcontract the last kill to the first adventurer's party that came trotting along. In short, you're in breach of contract, my friend. Oh dear.
Back to the hells with what we agreed. I have you now, Raphael. Pay the debt, and I will make this quick.
Consider your position. You are about to forfeit what reputation you have left. No contracts, no fame, no power. You'll be a streak of excrement. Even lemurs will slither away from. Unless, of course, you consider instead my infinite mercy. A new contract. A chance to balance the books. Not to mention a welcome change of scenery.
Bastard! Fine. On one condition. No more songs.
What's a contract without whimsy, I say? But fine. No more songs. Now, off to the House of Hope for cocktails and canapes. And a brand new signature on a brand new deal. But first, it would be only befitting if you reward your subcontractor. The greater reward for the greater hunter.
Anything I leave behind is yours. Pick over it however you like.
I'll be taking this. Thank you. I don't think there's really much else to pick up. The only thing worthwhile picking up from this scenario is by killing Yrgir and taking his crossbow. I don't think there's anything else that's really that memorable in this entire area. There's this funny interaction. If you have Gale in your party, if you have Gale like here with you, lick the spider. Trust me, it's hilarious. Otherwise, it's almost pointless to lick the spider. Restore bardic inspiration. Not even really that good, even if you're a bard, to be honest. It's actually, I take that back, okay? It's decent to have those boots on you as like a secondary pair of boots to just use its ability to get your bardic inspiration back, and then immediately unequip them for something better. Because the bardic inspiration is useful, and it is good, and it gets used all the time as a bard. But you get them back on short rests, which, if you're playing this game normally, you'll be taking short rests very frequently, so you should almost always have your inspirations at the ready. I was just double checking to make sure there's nothing left up here. Okay. So we have everything in the temple now. I don't really think we got much extra XP from any of the things we just did. We got some. Nothing substantial. Probably would have been worth just to get one orb and be on my way. But it's fine. It is what it is. We're going to go ahead and do the Shadowfell portion now. And then after that, I think we will go ahead and take a long rest, maybe? We could do a long rest before that. Long rest and then respec. To get our spells back. I mean, we'll definitely... No, because we don't need to do that either. We could probably go all the way to the Act 2 without long resting at this point, because we can fight through the tower really without any trouble. People will die, a lot of characters will die, because I can't really control that. You know, Jahira will probably die. It is what it is there. She's going to jump in and get herself killed. She did it on my honor mode run. She'll probably do it again. Not a lot I can do about that. Most of the friendly NPCs will die. Whoever's left over will have an impossible time killing me. The fight against Ketheric should be really interesting, because he's going to try to smite me like crazy. We'll see how that goes. And then it'll just be the oubliette, where I can get all of my spells back and basically get the long rest equivalent by using the like healing node. So there's I don't know. I might not need to long rest. Oh, you need to do all 3 of these to get inside, don't you? That I did not remember. Because I do these every time. So I just figured it was one to get down here, and the other ones were basically optional if you want to do like Shadowheart's quest. But I guess you do need all of them if you want to get in there without having to, I assume, use knock or lockpick this impossible door.
Shroud yourself in black, deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon her
Okay,
enemies.
so the real question is, do we want to long rest here, like respec long rest right now? I don't know. I definitely want to respec before the fight against the Avatar of Merkel, because I want to have access to the other oath instead of this garbage. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're going to do. Do a quick save real fast. We're going to go back to camp. We're going to respec back to Retribution Paladin, because it's completely worthless to play as a the Oath of the Ancients, because I was thinking I'd be 7 levels Ancients, 5 levels Warlock, because that gets me kind of all the things I want. But now I'm thinking not necessary. We do level 6, we do level 6 levels Retribution, and then 6 levels Warlock? What does Warlock level 6 get me? I'm just quickly looking at the other thing. Yeah, there's nothing else in the it's just Night Rain. We're talking about Night Rain, that's right. BG3 Warlock. What does level 6 get you as the Warlock? And 6. Gets you new 3rd level spells. Counterspell could be worthwhile. Going level 6, so I think we do 6 Paladin 6. Great Old One. Archfey. Probably Fiend? I forget. What am I gonna go as Warlock? Do I go Fiend or do I go Great Old One? I don't know if that really matters, honestly. I mean, for the temporary hit points, it might be worth going Fiend. The fear on crits not as big because I'm not going to be... Even though I'm playing an Orc, so my crits will be big. I mean, I could also hypothetically... do Hold Person. That still might be worth... I'm not sure. I could go one of 2 ways with this. So you have Command. But Command's not really as useful. With this character, that is. So we're going Pact of Blade. Tech Thoughts. Phantasmal Force. Because the Fiend's like spells are kind of worthless to me. Not that the Great Old Ones are really any better. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to mull that over some more. Anyway, we're gonna respec. Either way.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Hast thou
Change my class. Still gonna be Paladin. We're doing Oath of Vengeance. We want to make sure that Charisma's at 17. Strength does not matter. Dex does not matter. Charisma needs to be at 17. Constitution Purge should probably be the next highest. And then we'll put the other point into Dex. Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. Okay. That's good. Okay. Fighting style, we want defense. It doesn't matter. We get our feat now. Feat is going to be Heavy Armor Master. That way we reduce incoming damage. That's fine. We got Hold Person, which is something we're going to use later. We got that. That's good. So then next basically is where the respec or the class change would be. But I only have 3 levels in what would be Warlock right now. I don't know if it's worth it to take Paladin to level 9 first and respec later. I was going to wait till basically level 12 to respec, because my original thought was 7 and 5. But now it could be 6 and 6 could be better. What do we get at 9? 7 we get some more spells, it looks like. Doesn't matter. Level 7 thing doesn't matter. Level 8 we get the extra feat, which I think I took Alert, which is not super important. It's a great feat, but for a character like this, if I don't go first, it's not a huge deal. Level 9 I get some level 3 spell slots, so I'm just missing out on some big time smites. Nothing else is really that important. We lose or remove curse, but I don't give 2 fucks about that. Haste could be big, but we're not going to stick with it anyway. So we might as well just take the respec. I know that probably the meta thing to do would be to go Sorcerer instead, because I'd get more spell slots, which means more smite chances, which means like more smite hits. And it also builds off charisma. The difference is with this character, I would want to... Well, then I'm only going to have level 2 spell slots, right? I'm not going to be able to use Hold Person as much. But I get to swing more with my weapon, which is what I thought. I thought I would make up the damage difference by swinging more with the mace, which I could get technically 3 attacks like a warrior if I go level 5. If I go level 5 Warlock with Pact of the Blade, then I can lean fully into Charisma instead of Strength to do most of my damage. Maybe going Sorcerer is the way. But most of the sorcerer shit, like sorcerer spell slots and stuff, I don't really need. Then you could use sorcery points to Huh. It would free up the elixir slot. Maybe sorcerer is the way. Anyway, we'll keep the varying different smites. That's fine, whatever. Who cares? We're also not going to get hold monster, right? So hold person would be useful but not perfect against bosses, whereas going warlock means a guaranteed 3 smacks against the boss, as opposed to taking sorcerer, which is only really leaning into hold person, which is only work in most normal fights and not against bosses. I think it is better to go warlock ultimately. We'll take Eldritch Blast. The Blade Ward doesn't matter. I'll take Friends, because Friends is useful outside of combat. Fiend is fine. These spell choices really don't matter. We could take Armor of Agathis. I mean, more temporary hit point generation, and Hex. That's true. Hex could be useful for extra damage too. Yep, that's good. All right, spells. We get another spell. Really, none of these are useful at all. I don't really want to take Hellish Rebuke. I don't want to waste my spell slots on that garbage. We'll just take Charm Person. I'll never use it, but it's fine. We'll take Devil's Sight so that I never have to worry about being blinded. And then we'll take... I don't really need that. We will take Agonizing Blast, just so that if we ever have to do some kind of ranged Eldritch Blasting, we'll actually do pretty decent damage. That's fine. Next, we're gonna take Pact of the Blade here. Another spell. Is there any spell that matters? Darkness might not be bad, actually, since I can fight in the dark. And they can't. Extra layer of defense here. Ooh, basic invisibility, though. Nah, it's fine. If I ever need to turn invisible like that, I got plenty of potions that could do that for me. Pact of the Blade. Don't need to replace no spells. Okay, we don't actually want to use the Pact of the Blade yet, though, because... because it'll give me extra damage based on my charisma, which is only 18 right now, and I should be able to get it to higher in Act 3, at least to 20, if not 22. So we're gonna hold off on actually using the Pact of the Blade yet. Really, we want to use this when we hit level 5 Warlock, so we won't hit this till level 11 anyway. So this is just kind of sit here for a little while. But it will come into play later. Just not right now. Were there any other buffs I needed to recast here? Well, we were going to take a long rest, right? We still have Warning Bond, but it looks like we lost whatever other buffs that Shadowheart cast on me. Even though we got all our spell slots back for respecking. We'll do this the fair way, and we'll use a long rest here. How many elixirs am I sitting on right now? 7? Oh, we got lots. I shouldn't need to ever really respec again. So, unless I come across some other synergy I wasn't thinking of before, we should be good at this point. So let's go ahead and take the long rest, even though it's completely unnecessary to do this, because I still have a short rest left to me. For fairness sakes, we'll just take the long rest. No need to talk to anyone here. I still have plenty of food. Anyway, we were talking about Night Rain for a second. It's too bad that the game seems heavily focused on the 3-player co-op, and from what I saw from Iron Pineapple's video, it seems like it's really a game meant for friends who communicate. Seems like a very communication-heavy game. If you're not in the same room, like LAN partying it, definitely over Discord, making sure that you're coordinating with each other all the time.
All right.
Seems very important.
Better give you extra so you don't nibble on me in the night.
Okay, so Warding Bond. Daylight on the weapon. Enchant item. Freedom of movement. We'll use a level 4 aid. So we both have a lot more HP here. I don't know if I'm going to bother with Death Ward, because I already have one of those. If my character ever uses their natural Death Ward, then I'll cast it on me, but I shouldn't need it. I think that's all the possible buffs I can really do right now. I did aid, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We're good. Okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Something the matter?
Journey separately.
Sure.
Drop the ace for now. Equip the glaive. Use thunder. Where's thunder? There it is. On the flail. Okay. Equip and re-equip my shield. Drink one of these. That's already up. That's good. Any other buffs I need to cast on myself before I forget? I don't think so. I got those. Got these. AC looks fine. Throw up the shield. Good. Hex will definitely use on things. Not really that useful this chapter, but it'll become much more frequently used next chapter. We're not doing any packs yet. 10 hit. So technically I can cast that to give myself the 10 temporary hit points too. Is this 10 damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack? So do they have to actually hit you? This actually could be a really good spell for this character, because there's a world where enemies hit me with melee attacks but do no damage because of all of my damage resistances. So there's a world where they take damage themselves but do no damage to me using the armor of Agathis. I'll have to try that out once I lose the Shield of Thralls, because usually I pop this because if they pop it, they all get stunned, which is really useful. But yeah, we'll give that a try once this shield goes down. I think that's all of the buffs I can do. Make sure everything's good here. Looks good. Okay. We have a lot less smiting potential because I took less levels in Paladin, which means overall we're not going to be able to smite as much for as hard. But I think ultimately this will be like a net gain in consistent DPS by going Warlock instead of Sorcerer, I feel like. Granted, like, you could rely on the hold person a lot more with the other one, because I have to decide in Act 3 if I'm going to stick with basically this ring right here, or if I'm going to go with the ring that allows me to cast enchantment spells with a bonus action, which means I could hit someone, hold person on them, and then do guaranteed crits against them. And guaranteed crits means I could guaranteed smite them and just blow people up. But that's only for like regular enemies, right? It's not going to work on basically any Act 3 boss. Except for maybe Gortash if you do it at the right time. Anyway, something to think about later. Not right now. Let's go ahead and head on to the Shadowfell and get this party started. I don't think...
Your party is gathered.
Hold on a sec. I just want to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here first. Find the relic. Night Song, Grand Duke, Shadow Curse, Zevlor, which we're not getting to yet. We don't find Mole or Zevlor till later. Seek out, investigate further. Oh. It wants me to go back to the Mason's Guild, huh? I mean, I was already there. Nah, I'm not gonna go all the way out just for that shit. I wish I could look at other maps while I'm in here. It doesn't matter. We're just going. We're going. Fuck it.
Your party is...
There's nothing at the Mason's Guild for me. It would just be completing this quest just by finding or looking at whatever particular item they want me to look at.
Step into the silent water, a foreign dread travels through you. It curls its way up your leg, squeezing tight.
Alright, Shadowfell. This is the first time I've ever been to this part of the game, the Shadowfell, without Shadowheart. Every other character I've ever played, I've always taken Shadowheart with me for this. I've played, the only evil character I've played was the Dark Urge, and I had Shadowheart kill the Night Song in that playthrough to get the Spear of Night, which is a really amazing weapon. Every other time, Shadowheart in person has spared the Night Song. I don't think I've ever gone here without. At least I cannot recall ever going here without her, and I've definitely never gone with no one but myself. So I'm very curious how this is gonna play out. I'm gonna listen to the audio because this should be like basically all new dialogue, or mostly new. Not all new because some of it still repeats because she does direct some dialogue to you specifically, not all to Shadowheart. Yep.
I have all the time in the world. How about you?
Oh, I'm taking it
Spear of
out.
Night could be meant to sacrifice the Night Song, but are you the one supposed to wield it?
Then you're
task is done. Lay a hand upon me in camaraderie, and I will be free. This cage links us, like a parasite's fangs to its host. I am immortal. While I am trapped here, so is he. Free me, and Ketheric will bleed. That and nothing more. So certain was Balthazar that I had no friends in this place. Oh, how he taunted and cajoled. But if you are a friend, you can be my salvation. I will be freed from these shackles. Ketheric will be made mortal. And then... lo. Then I will run him through until he's dead. Yes. Our Lady of Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Selûne, mother of the so-called Night Song. The Night Song is no more! I am resplendent. It is your turn, my friend. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready? To kill Ketheric Thorn.
Oh, okay. Interesting to put that screen up over this cutscene, but that's fine. Probably because no one's here with me. I think it just puts it in Shadowheart's inventory if you have Shadowheart with you. Fun fact, the first time I ever saw this cutscene, the first time I ever played this game, Aelin was completely invisible. Her light effects were going off, all of this was happening, but the model for Aelin was not there. So I just saw this like light across the sky, and I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. I had no idea you're actually supposed to like see her model flying like that.
I've made a powerful ally today. Ketheric's vulnerable now. All we have to do is strike.
Cool. I don't think there's anything up here. I'm just gonna double check real fast. Usually I just leave here right away. I've never done this without Shadowheart, as I said, so I'll be interested to see what her reaction is. She's probably going to be pissed off that I didn't take her with me.
You finally showed yourself. I thought you might try and avoid me.
Oh.
I had a choice to make. In the heart of Lady Shah's domain. But you denied me that chance. Now my future is gone. Nothing but wind-blown ashes and wasted potential. I can no longer suffer your company. Be grateful I don't rid myself of it with a blade. There is no we. Not anymore. You would be wise to forget me. I can only hope I one day forget you.
Permanently left the party. Damn. Well, in doing so, I lost access to Warding Bond and Freedom Movement, which sucks, because that means I lose all of that resistance and the +1 to AC, which is a huge part of this build. Now, I didn't really want it, like, you see, I have to make the decision now. I can go back and reload and take Shadowheart with me, and she'll make the same exact decision as me. Which is, you know, to keep Aelin alive and have her as an ally and follow Selûne or whatever. But the point of this character is to do everything important in the game solo. Like, I have not taken any character with me to any event in this entire playthrough other than the tutorial and the Nautiloid. That's the only part of the game where I actually used allies and, like, brought Lae'zel and Shadowheart with me. Granted, I could have done that part solo as well, but for the sake of tedium and the sake of, like, getting the required XP and all of that in an easier way, I was like, I'll take them and then I'll be solo after that point, which I have been. For the entirety of the game, aside from the buffs that Shadowheart's been helping me with in camp, I haven't done anything in the game with any allies. And I kind of want to keep it that way. But the fact that I have to lose out on Warding Bond for this, I mean, I figured she would leave you for doing this. I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I witnessed that stuff going on. Because, I've never seen it before. I had no idea what happens if you don't take Shadowheart, and it seems like if you don't take her to this pivotal moment, she just straight up leaves your ass. Which is good to know. It looks like she didn't give me back any of her shit either. All of her armor and stuff that I gave her, she doesn't have. No, I have... I'm going to look up something. I'll tell you what. I'm going to look up something. I'm going to do a quick Google. And if this is the last time we see Shadowheart, like, for example, we don't see her at all in Act 3, like, period, we just never see her again, I will reload the game and we'll have Shadowheart stay so that she can continue buffing me from camp. If, for whatever reason, she has some future story relevance, like she can come back up in Act 3 after this event, I'm going to keep rolling and let things be as they are, and just take the fact that I'm going to lose all of these resistances. And just bank on the fact that I have a high AC instead. Though it will be 1 point less high without the Warding Bond. Let's just do a quick little Google, okay? We're going to check this, and this will determine whether or not we reload. Okay. Okay. So we got it. So it seems like the answer is that she never shows up again. She's basically just gone. I was hoping she showed up in Act 3. Hold on, I'm it seems like if you permanently leave, from what I'm gathering from what people are saying, if she leaves the party right now after this decision, you never see her again. There's a point in Act 3, like an area in Act 3, where I'd imagine she could show up again if you make this decision. But it looks like it unfortunately seems very common in this game for NPC, like playable characters like Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Gale, all of them, to just never show up again if you leave them hanging. Like in Act 1, Gale's alive. I just left him by the road. Lae'zel I think I killed because of Paladin decisions. Will is alive because I saved the Grove, and I'm pretty sure he's alive. I don't think he died outside the Grove. I'm pretty sure he's alive. Anyway, the point is Will's alive, Karlach's alive, Gale's alive. I just left them where I found them, and you just never see them again, which I think is a mistake. The only character that I saw a second time is Shadowheart. When I left her alone on the beach, she appeared in the Druid's Grove again, and that's where I recruited her. Alright. You come with me for this, because obviously if I leave you behind, you disband and it does nothing for me. All I do is I lose buffs by doing this, so...
Something the matter?
You're gonna come with me.
All right.
Okay. I know this is the first time you're going to be seeing the outside of camp in a long time.
Initiates undertook their final preparations. The end is near.
What do you mean can't reach this? There we go.
This must be the last step. I need to pray. All right. No need to dash in ahead of me.
Your party is...
Okay, let's go in. Skip
Curls
past this. Skip past this. Well, now I know what happens. Unfortunately, the dialogue between you and the Night Song is pretty minimal. It doesn't really like change a lot if Shadowheart doesn't come with you, aside from that there's a lot less dialogue and it's a lot less interesting. It's either you attack her and kill her, or you lay a hand on her and release her. That's pretty much it. She doesn't really give you any more information. Anywho, yeah, it's really too bad that there's not more story opportunities for like the playable characters to reappear or have more significance beyond when, you know, they're just do their quest or whatever, you know. Like, I feel like Lae'zel, if you keep her alive, should show up again at certain points. Or Will, or Karlach, you know. They're involved with the story. They want to go to... well, then again, it also would make sense for them to... Well, actually, you know, now that I think about it, the thing that makes the most sense is if they came back as enemies. Because technically it's the artifact that's keeping you from the tadpole's influence, right? From the mother brain, the Absolute's influence. So, without it being near them, they should be like thralls to the Netherbrain. And therefore should reappear most likely as enemies, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. I just wish that they would have more opportunities to show up if you don't initially recruit them when you first see them. But sometimes it is what it is, you know?
I have felt you coming. You who have come not.
Yeah.
Her fate is
The fate until of course.
Don't worry, I'll leave it up to you.
It's not blind to your...
Trust her.
What did you say?
Much has been.
Whatever you think you know of me won't matter. Once I...
Say nothing. Oh, she killed her.
True death at last. You are Shah's child after all. And I am.
Wow,
It
okay.
is done. You have proven yourself. You have answered my highest calling. My chosen. My warrior.
I am learning something right now.
No more hiding. Let me show you. Let all see how you have served me, Shadowheart, and how you have been rewarded. Your pain is now your power. Wield it true.
I'm learning things.
My charge must be cleansed. You shall be my instrument in ridding it of the impure. Then you shall
We're just gonna reload real quick. I'm not gonna bother looking through this. Like, I would have just let it ride because I don't want, like I said, I just want this to kind of be over with so that I can go back to being by myself again. But the decision my character would make would be to save Aelin and not let her die. So I need to make sure Shadowheart lets her live. Now, having said that, every time I have let Shadowheart make her own decision here, which has been every, like, good guy character I've played in this game, whether I'm romancing Shadowheart or not, no matter what, whether she's a mainstay in my party, anytime I take her here and I've let her make her own decision, she always lets Aelin live. Every single time. But maybe because Shadowheart's, like, because I've been ignoring her this entire game and using her purely for buffs and nothing more. Like, I basically want to pretend that Shadowheart doesn't exist except for buffs. And because I've done that, she basically, like, when she made her own decision this time, she killed Aelin. That's crazy.
Something the matter?
I had no idea that leaving her to her own devices for that decision actually meant that she could make the other choice, which must mean that it's dependent on something, right?
The end is near. This must be the last step. No need. All right. No need.
Party.
So that means that leaving her to her own devices to make her own decision here is dependent on either how much she likes you, or how much you've talked to her, or how many good decisions you've made around her. There has to be some other deciding factor. Excuse me. Some other deciding factor for why she would make why she would decide one way over the other. Here I was thinking her default choice was to let Aelin live. That if you don't interfere at all, she will choose to let Aelin live, based on what Aelin says. But that does not seem to be the case. So that's pretty cool. And it makes me wonder what triggers are in play to make her decide one way over the other. Either way, I'm gonna have to use a persuasion roll here to try to persuade her to let Aelin live, which I've never done before. So this should be interesting. We'll let that dialogue play out. And we have friends. I don't know if friends will work in this particular scenario, but we have it, so we should have basically advantage on this roll. Plus we have high charisma and other bonuses that should help us out with it. So I feel like the likelihood of us failing the roll is pretty slim, but who knows? The roll itself could be determined on, you know, how much you talk to Shadowheart and how high your approval rating is and all that shit. There could be a lot more dynamic things in play than I'm even thinking about.
I have felt you coming. The first in a century. You, who have come to seek the praise of your wicked goddess. You, who have come to drive a dagger through my heart.
Not a dagger.
Yes, your lady spear.
You feel
Blah, blah,
like
blah.
someone is blind to your conflict. Behind that raging heart is the restless beat of one who knows too well that her fate hangs in the balance.
If you knew me, you wouldn't even ask. It is what my lady wants. I'm just her servant. Cannot allow. This is my mistress's will, my life's purpose. If I have to step over your corpse to fulfill what Lady Shah asks of me, so be it. Your choice.
Interesting.
Well, well, well. What's that I sense? Do you know what I am, little...
What did you say?
Much has been promised to you. I sense more in you.
Whatever you think you know of me won't matter once I become who I'm meant to be.
We have plus 12, so which means we can only fail on a 2. Or we can only fail on a 1. So... yeah, no point trying to use friends. I mean, I could have used it just to even that much dramatically lower the chance of rolling a 1, but... good girl.
Not what will happen. What will you lay a hand on me in friendship?
Okay, cool.
You
Skip past all this stuff.
to keep.
We need to leave. Lady Shah won't stand. I'm not sure that the Night Song will be headed for Moonrise Towers. We'd better get there.
Yeah. Skip.
Against Ketheric Thorn.
We already watched this cutscene. Okay, well, we got our intended effect. The persuasion roll was not that crazy. It was actually pretty manageable. Can I not skip this cutscene? Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, you better let me skip this shit. There we go. Let's get out of here. And then Shadowheart's like, oh, I'm all hurt because the shark kept me.
Forgive me.
Shadowheart? What happened? You were missing for a moment.
What? I felt like I was... But then she released me.
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine man,
You're lucky to have such confidence. Me. Night Song what she said to me. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorn. For the best, perhaps. When the chance arises,
Yeah, you stay in camp now, and we should honestly never need help from you again. I mean, there's her story continues into Act 3, and just like we did now, we're going to do it alone. And if that ruins everything, we'll end up taking Shadowheart with us then again, even though I don't want to. This one is one thing because there's no combat. There's like, it makes zero difference between doing it solo or doing it with her, aside from the fact that doing this solo guarantees that she'll leave. But it doesn't like change combat. It like doesn't make the game any easier by having her with me. I guess it does if you think about the buffs, huh? Hey, what's up, Ozzy? How you doing? I guess in that sense, but we've been using her this entire run for her buffs so far, and I feel like it's still fair because technically I'm not using her in any combats. I'm just using her for these two buffs, well, 3 including aid. Anywho, let's do the damn thing. Let's go to Moonrise. Nice. Very cool, dude. I think that took me like maybe 3 or 4 streams to do when I streamed it all them years ago. I don't think it's a particularly long game. How much money do I have? A decent amount, more than I probably really even need. Because there's not going to be a lot of things I'm going to buy in Act 3, and there'll be plenty more gold to go around, so I'm not going to loot every corpse or anything. We'll take that, though. I don't need that. I'm pretty sure I already have those.
There's a parasite in that
Who's got it? Who's got the parasite?
Potent magic.
We'll take that.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse.
Which one?
You should take a look.
Damn it. Which corpse? It's not the Harper. It must be these Adept or the Zealots? Who got the damn worms in their brains? I want them worms.
Unshackled from shadows, she will rise in moonlit glory and carve a path of brightness to the accursed one's second death. So saith the wise Alondo.
Whoever that is.
Beacon of angelic wrath.
Blah, blah, blah.
This
Have
is it.
fun.
The spearhead moment. You brought us a sound. Floric, let say the word, and we're off. At the ready, Hawk.
I don't want you in my party, Jahir. We're doing this solo as I can. As solo as what's possible here. I mean, if this was a true solo like run with no characters, which I might do at some point. See, I basically wanted to see how this went with Shadowheart helping me the whole time, and although she is, I would say, very important to this particular build, or just in general with the resistance and stuff, I feel like having resistance, like the Warding Bond, is so important as a solo character, because it helps with survivability so much. But it's not absolutely necessary, because you could get away with having a character who's just really good at like stealth killing or stuff, you know, like staying stealthy, which you might not need like another worm. There's the worm. You might not need like the Warding Bond. Anyway, I digress. The point I'm trying to say is that maybe in the future I'll try a true solo playthrough with no other characters whatsoever. Because then it would be like everything would be solo, right? I'd have no help from anyone ever. No camp companions, no allied companions. Although this has been like a lone wolf playthrough where I don't have anyone else in my party ever, aside from buffing. It hasn't been like a true solo where it's like solo 100% of the time, you know? Anyway, we only got 2 options here, so I guess that answers that, doesn't it? Well, we now have every possible worm upgrade outside from these fringe ones that I can only get when I ascend in Act 3. So any other worms we find, we will just hold on to. Not that I don't know how many more worms you find in this act. Let's get to it. Let's get in there. Let's get busy. Let's do a quick save. Just in case shit goes south, and by shit going south, I'm mainly talking about the game freaking out or crashing. Alright, let's do this. Do I have all of my weapon things going? Yeah, okay. We should be good.
You dare show yourself here after all you've done? You have betrayed me. You have betrayed General Thorm. You have betrayed our gods! And for what? These harpers. Moonrise will be their tomb, and in death, you will all serve the Absolute. Like a kitten roaring at a tiger. Boys, make this traitor bleed.
This is going to be a slow combat right here. This is going to take some time. Most of the characters around me are probably going to die because I can't do a lot to save them. Alright, let's... Well, if we can cast Hex, but we're not going to get up there. And Jahira's going to want to cast fucking Icicles on every... Well, then again, she wild-shaped. Did she already cast the fucking thing? I didn't see her do it. Usually she casts the level 4 ice spell right here. Anywho, it do not matter. It do not matter. What's the play here? Could just like throw darkness out, just for shits. But I'm not going to. If he dies, he dies. We'll throw out Hex. And we'll Hex. What's the saving throw that they have to do? Is it Dex? It's Dex, okay. Hex, Dexterity. You're gonna counterspell my level 1 spell. Congratulations, you wasted a level 3 spell to stop my level 1 spell. I bet you feel real happy about that, don't you? Let's get rid of some of your mirror images here. I actually hit her with one of them. Surprising.
Time to put your tails to the test, warrior!
Oh, it actually hit me. And did 2 damage to me. 2 whole damage. Are you gonna do that? Because you're not doing anything right now. Okay, she decided to do nothing. I feel like with so many, like, characters in combat, the AI kind of breaks down sometimes, and they just do nothing. I don't think this is even a matter of them, like, not wanting to attack me. because of my AC or anything, and just a matter of there's too many AI things happening, and it only like gets X amount of seconds to figure out what it's gonna do, and then it just like says, "You're taking too long. End your turn." Is what I'd like to say is what it should be doing, but I've had combats happen before. Granted, I am using mods, and that could cause problems too, but I've had a combat before that actually cost me a honor run because the AIs, it just got stuck. Like nothing, no one could act. The AI was not moving and not doing anything. It was literally like I was soft locked. The game completely soft locked, and there was nothing I could do to fix it. I couldn't reload a previous save or anything because that doesn't work in honor mode. 5 damage. You threw the smite out and you get 5 damage. Oh, well, now you're all stunned. Good work. This is what Jaheira likes to do. She turns into a frickin' panther and she jumps in the middle of combat and then everyone starts smiting her and she dies. This is what happened in my honor mode run. Because she got in the middle of everybody and they just smacked her to death. Okay, we'll try casting Hex again. I don't... What happened? Did she counterspell me again? No, he's hexed. I didn't take damage. What did you do, Zurel? You used Psionic Backlash. Oh, she hit me with Psionic Backlash. Gotcha. But I took no damage because of my stuff. Ooh, you'll attack of opportunity to me, huh? That's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, take the free damage. That's so funny. Something I've noticed about this particular build is it causes other characters to take reverberation damage. Like, I'm hitting him, right? He's the only one who should be taking reverberation damage, anything reverberating, yet for some reason they're all go on this person. It's weird how it assigns stuff like that. Kind of makes no sense. So there's definitely some jankiness in this game still. Like, the way things should work and the way they do work don't always, like, line up. They didn't lose their concentration. It's fine. Ouch. God, the radius on that frickin' spell is so gigantic, man. It's up to someone else to deal with the concentrating spellcaster, though. I'm in the middle of 3 paladins right now. And an ogre. Ooh, Jaheira's hurting. She gonna drop form here. Ran out of time. Alright, fisties. Do some stuff. Do some damage. Hit some people. Or, there we go. Yeah, 6 damage. Okay. And a miss. He's on the ground. You have advantage. How are you missing? Oh, she dropped form. She'll probably be okay, though. She'll probably jump back into it. Ooh, that was a nasty smite. And they're dead. It's okay, use all your spell slots. Use all your spell slots on, I got him with both times. So the Callous Glow is working as intended, which is good. I do think that his helmet's going to get swapped out in Act 3, even though it's just like free damage. Adding like 5 to 6 free damage to every enemy, every swing, is, you know, it's not nothing, but it's not amazing either, right? So stuff will get min-maxed in Act 3, for sure. Did you hear it? Did you hear? What are you doing, dog? She's 100% gonna die. Yep, and she's dead. There's nothing I can do to save her, so I'm just letting her die. Damn, look at that. Did you see that shit? This freaking thing tried to hit me with an arrow. It missed, took damage because of the reverberation. So look at this, look at this. We're going to check this shit out. Watch this, right? So he did a ranged attack on me. That missed. He failed to get his save here. You can go bye-bye. If my chat screen wants to load. Thank you. Get rid of you. Bye-bye. Don't need you in here anymore. Anyway, back to what we're saying. So, check this out. He failed his saving throw for the smite, which means he took 3 damage because I rolled a 1 on the Radiant, plus 2 for my ring, right? Then, basically, if an enemy takes damage and the amount of remaining health they have is less than or equal to my upgraded abilities, which is, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 abilities. How much health does he have? 26. Tomeli. So it's Tomeli who took this. Oh, right, right. That makes sense, right? Because they take 2 extra radiant damage every time. Every time. So he took the 16 damage, right? 3, 6, 10, or whatever. 10 damage. He took the damage because of his health being under the threshold, right, of my culling. And then he took 2 extra damage for every time the psychic damage procced for that. Or Barnaby was taking those too. Anyway, the point is that off of that 1 miss, he took enough damage between the radiant damage and I'm assuming the thunder damage from my my boots proccing, that he basically exploded off of 1 missed arrow. And because of the Cull the Weak ability, he ended up doing 15 points of damage to everyone around him as well. That's fucking nuts, dude. Anyway. Missed on a 70%. That's fair. Maybe I don't take this helmet off. Oh, those people are gonna fucking die. For sure. Can't save could not save Jaheira, and there's no way for me to save Jaheira. Because she just gets in the middle of stuff. Maybe if I had a full party of people, I could teleport Jaheira away or cast a bunch of things to keep her alive. Oh my god. Just fucking, that is so funny to me. To see them miss and their heads just pop. That is too funny, dude. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. But yeah, the trade-off of playing a solo character is that characters are going to die, it's outside of my control to keep them alive. And this is definitely one of those combat situations where most of these allied characters behind me will die. Which is kind of a shame, because having Jaheira around in Act 3 is nice, but I wasn't going to use her or really want her in my camp anyway, because this is a solo character. Shadowheart's the only exception to the rule, so... And you're dead after being smited like 5 times. Oh, she made her save. That's okay, you'll get hexed next. I think we're gonna hex you next. Oh, he made his save. And somehow you're the one. Oh, she took the damage. Didn't pop, though. Oh, pop now? And popped. I don't even have to hit those guys. They'll just kill themselves trying to hit me. Alright, let's reapply the Dex Hex here. Good old Dex Hex on you. And let's come over and smack you. Big chunky damage. Still alive. I thought he would pop after that swing. He did not pop. That's fine. That's fair. If anyone's still alive after I deal with these guys, I'll take care of the casters next to drop their concentration. Or they could cast something right now and maybe I could hit them with my psychic ability. Nope, they didn't. Okay, some of them are out of it. That's good. Good for them. They slipped on the ice, though. Oh, and you're gone. Zarel, you gonna do anything for the last 4-5 turns? You've just stood there. Okay. Just stand there looking menacing. Got it. Cool. You do you, girlfriend. You gonna do anything? You gonna cast something? Yep. And we're gonna backlash. And did not lose their concentration. Good to know. Am I in the thing now? Is it touching me? Because I will take some damage from it if I'm in it. I think I might be in it. Oh, I wish he would have exploded up there. That would have been hilarious. Oh, he crit. Oh, wait. Did he crit me? No, I crit the Harper. That's right. I can't be crit because of my shield. I think the shield makes it so I can't be crit. Oh, son of a bitch. But why do I have temp HP? Oh, for killing a guy. Right. That's right. I'm a Warlock. I have disadvantage, but that's just because I'm in this junk. Okay, let's go around to you. Let's recast the Dex Hex. Where's Dex? There it is on you. You gonna cast something? Yep, you are. Save their concentration. It's just fine. Yeah, things are looking grim for the Harpers and Tieflings and whatnot. Did she walk back into it? Zarel? Anything to say? No? Nothing? You're good? Okay, you're good. You do use Zarel. Okay. Interesting choice. That Guardian does damage to me, so help me. I will come over there and slap you. I don't care if I'm in the middle of combat with this other dude. Oh, so you got the concentration. We're just gonna go over there. You know what? We're just gonna go smack him. I don't care if it provokes. Well, I'm conflicted here. Nah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna go over there. There it is. Lose your concentration. There's still one up. Are you concentrating on one? You're also concentrating on one. Okay, that's fair. Heals when attacks, make it vulnerable to all damage. Nah, it's fine. We'll let it roll. Well, she's dead. I guess I used my reaction already, didn't I? So, he's free to walk away. And they're dead. Yeah, it didn't matter if we broke their concentration, I suppose. You did that to yourself, my guy. She's the only one left, huh? Yeah, it's just her. And she's gonna get blown up real fast. Yep. I think I will prioritize the spellcasters, though. All these people shooting at me with arrows are never gonna do anything to me. Even if, like I say, even if they hit me, they're gonna do no damage. Wonder if it would have been better not to be the Fiend Warlock. Because if I want to use Armor of Agathis, which I think I'm going to start using pretty regularly, I wonder if killing an enemy overwrites... Oh, and he popped. I'll have to do some testing with that to see if that's what happens. Let's take out you first. Well, technically this is the guy who's hexed over here, so I should kill him first. But I don't want to stand in the middle of that, so...
I'll strike you down.
Let's get rid of you. Oh, other people aggroed. Okay. And Zarel's still choosing to do nothing. But yeah, I think after, well, maybe even next turn, we're going to do some testing. We'll just do some testing right now. Why not? Oh, broke the concentration from long distance. When it gets back to my turn, when it cycles back to my turn here, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at level 2. With my Warlock spell slot. Oh, and he popped. Ooh, and he's out of here. They just can't handle. They try to hit me, they miss. They're so frustrated, their brains just explode. Level 2. Oh, okay. I took 1 damage that didn't even really take the damage because I'm still at 10 temporary and 97 regular. Where did that 1 damage go? It just disappeared into the ether. Lost that. So I no longer have Dark One's Blessing now. I have the Armor of Agathis. Okay. And let's cast... reapply the Hex, Dexterity on you. Alright, let's see. Let's see if that does anything. They have to hit me with a melee damage for it to actually work. So this will only work in melee. Can you stop casting your damn Guardian's Faith everywhere? Oh, it broke my concentration. Did I lose my temp HP? I have no idea if I lost it. I can't even check that. I took 8 radiant damage, so technically I still have my temp HP. Obviously, I cannot circumvent the Guardian of Faith damage. I can just stand outside of the circle, which is what I will do after this. Debuff me, huh? Oh, lost the debuff. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Okay, I still have 2 left on it. Critical miss. That's too bad. Ooh, wow. The double miss. You're just hitting yourself there, lady. Even with Bless on, he did not want to even bother. Oh no, I lost my armor bag at this. It's too bad. We unfortunately could not test out what we wanted to test. Ooh. Actually did a little bit of damage to me there. not going to recast Hex. I think we're good on that for now. Should we take Vow of Enmity? At this point, I don't think it's necessary. Though we probably very likely will short rest after this combat. Okay, that's a play. Zarel's really just content to not move anywhere. And just do nothing. She's either broken or happy to let other people dictate the pace of this combat. He's really trying for it. Zero damage. I meant to cast this. There we go. Now I should have advantage on all of my swings, which will cut down on the time factor a little bit. Must be out of spell slots. Using cantrips on me now. Oh, he must have actually hit me, huh? Nope, he missed. He thought. And he popped. Alright, well, since you're conveniently on the ground for me, I might as well just swing at you, huh? Oh, there's the crit. We didn't even need to use a smite for that bad boy. Kingdom Come 2? Maybe. I've seen people talking about it, but I haven't really looked into any of it myself. I'll do some research maybe over the weekend and see if it looks interesting to me. Because it is the type of game that I could see myself playing, but I need to look into it some more. You can run, but it won't matter. Oh, do I waste the spell? I don't think so, because he got Death Ward anyway. So we're not going to pop a smite on them, because they're just going to get right back up either way. Oh, they made their save. It's too funny. Okay. Come back with 1 HP. Oh, they still died, even through the Death Ward. That's interesting. I didn't know that's something that could happen. The other two guys will kill themselves trying to shoot at me. So now we just need to take out Zarel, which will have to be a ranged attack. Here, so we'll just go ahead and end the turn for now. She's still not going to do anything. All this time, this entire combat. Talking tough and then just doing nothing. Charm could actually do reverberation, so... Yep. It didn't seem to do extra radiant damage, though, interestingly enough. Yeah, it just hit him with the reverberation, but it didn't do an extra 2 damage. Oh, probably because they're not well lit up there. That's what it is. Despite the fact that I have daylight on me. She didn't lose one of her mirror images. Must both attacks hit, I guess. Did you watch the state of play today, Aussie? And if so, did you have anything that stood out to you? Any games or any things that seemed interesting? And there's the pop. Still both moves. I could have sworn one of those missed. Eldritch Blast. Well, they must have both hit again. Interesting. Okay. I mean, neither of you are going to stop me at this point. Friend to let you know about the games. Got pissed because no Wolverine. Yeah. I'm still pretty bummed that we're not seeing anything about it. But after that, like, early, like, alpha footage leak, I feel like they're playing it real close to the chest right now. New Digimon game. Yeah. Have you played the other things, like Cyber Sleuth and all of that stuff? Like, how do you feel about those games? Because I've always been tempted to, like, play one of those. I feel like they're all in the same, like, story, right? It's Digimon stories, like, they're like sequels of each other, like, it continues the story or whatever. That was easy. You never even tried to fight back. Like, when you're playing them, do they feel mainly like it's a story-focused game, or is there a lot of, like, mechanics to really dip into? Well, this is the first time it's ever asked me to do this. The entire combat.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
Wow. I can't believe the amount of damage I did just by not getting hit. Most enemies in this room died simply because they could not hit me. We don't really need any potions of speed, so I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think there's really many... Oh, Parasite, we'll take that. Okay, we're going to have to check every corpse, aren't we? We can't leave any potential parasites behind. Don't need that. Don't need that. Visual novels, Tamagotchis, RPGs, like... Well, what about the, like, the Digimon story games? The ones that are, like, called Digimon Story. Like Cyber Sleuth, right? That's one of them. I think there's one's called Cyber Sleuth. Like, that's a JRPG, right? Or is that more like a visual novel? Like, we'll just say, for example, yeah, like, the ones that are JRPGs, ones with RPG elements, like, how RPG-like are they? Is it kind of like Pokemon, where you just like you choose your Digimon, and it kind of like levels up, and you choose its skills, or is it like you're set? Like Agumon is your Digimon because the story says he's your Digimon, and you basically can like level him up, but other than that, it's just kind of like it's more story based, and it's like you don't have a lot of like flexibility with deciding what they do. I know in the anime and stuff, because my only experience with Digimon is watching the anime, and they just kind of like do their thing, like their Digimon friend or whatever, human partner, doesn't really like tell them to do specific attacks or anything like that. They just are like, you're my friend, go do things, and then they like do their abilities depending on what they've evolved into. I don't think we need to pick up any of this other crap. We could loot all these fists if they have gold on them. More like Persona. Okay. Can you like swap them out on the fly? Like how many like Digimon are you holding on to? Do you have like a whole compendium of Digimon? You just pull them out whenever the situation arises? Is it like a rock paper scissors kind of game where it's like, I need a fire Digimon to take out this ice Digimon? And obviously, like, Digivolving in the anime is, like, entirely story-dependent, right? It's just, like, depends on the story beats. It has nothing to do with really what's going on other than the story stuff. How does that play a role in those kinds of games? Is, like, Digivolving just happen at random? Is it, like, a story-based? Is it level-based? Don't need that. Add it to the wear pile. Alright, Chihira. There's really nothing we need from you. We'll just leave you alone. Take that. Oh, we'll take the bomb too. That actually could be useful later on. Alright, well the decision now, I think this is basically the shield we're gonna stick with the whole game because of the reeling ability on Miss, which is such a huge part of this build. But this shield right here is so good because it gives you that extra 1 point of AC. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave it behind. You know, we will take it. The shield, not the sword. How's my inventory? Oh, I still have actually a decent amount of space. All of you can go to camp. And we're going to drop you. That +3. +3, though. Alright, let's take the supplies and thieves' tools and all that good stuff over here. These tools, sausage, bread, potion, red apple, take the pumpkin. Okay, we're good there. I think we've checked everyone's goal. We didn't check the zealot. No, we need to check you. If you got a tadpole on you, I want it. You don't. Okay, never mind then. I think that's everybody that we could possibly loot. Let's check the side rooms. Oh, let's talk to Quartermaster real fast and sell some stuff.
It's a grim task. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet.
You have gold? You have some gold on her. Cool. Do we really need that? We have a Cloud Giant potion, don't we? Could have sworn I bought one. Maybe I didn't. Now we're good, because in pretty much at the start of Act 3, we're gonna phase out strength for charisma, so I don't need to buy any more of those. Let's look at your spell scrolls. What do you have for spell scrolls? Do you have knock? Do you have any interesting ones? Blink I don't care about. Don't need that. No, looks like you don't have anything worthwhile. Okay. Moving on then. What is this? Oh, dominate person, right? I'll probably never use it, but...
Lady Light away.
Real Digimon World... Is real in Digimon World, right? Okay, you do stuff in both. The more you fight, the more data you collect with the, you know, what you get from all the mons you like. Okay. What do you do in the real world? Is it like Persona where you, like, go to school and take classes and have friends or something? Do you have, like, a party of other humans that go with you? Or is it just, like, or is it just, like, your Digimon partner and the other human characters are just, like, story-related? I don't know if the bloodless pig meat is actually going to be worthwhile for food, so we're going to ignore it. We're good. I think we don't need to grab every piece of food we see, simply because we already have more than enough food to probably last us for the rest of the game. But it's here, and it's readily available. It can't hurt to pick it up. Real world, just humans and getting quests. Okay. No social stuff. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Well, I will, I'll definitely look into Digimon stuff, too. Because the new game seems to be, like, set in the same world as Cyber Sleuth, I feel like, so probably, I imagine it's going to play similarly. You'll have to look at the trailer and let me know what you think of it. I forget what it's called, but it's called Digimon Story, then it has some other title. Definitely the game I'm interested the most for what I saw today was the Lies of P DLC. It looks real cool.
Better not be cursed.
Digimon World. Okay. What's that one like too? What's the difference in that one? What kind of game, what like genre is that one? Raise Digimon, fight, go. Eventually die from old age. Okay. Interesting. Gotta go back and get a new egg, start from scratch. So is it just basically like an endless loop of... It grows quicker. Okay, interesting. You know, I played a game very similar to that, called Conception, where the point is you, like, had these, like, it was like an anime game, and you had these like chibi like anime characters that could only like level up to like level like 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, and like every time you max them out, like the cap of what you could level like gets raised, and so then you have to go back and get like new ones, and then their level can go higher. So it's a constant process of like retiring the ones that only can like level to 5 or 6 and getting ones that can level to like 10, and then you retire those when they hit 10 and so on and so forth. As interesting as that is, I feel like it felt so tedious to me to have to do that constantly. Oh wait, I shouldn't have done that. I guess it's okay. I only took temp damage and temp HP, and I got it back the second he died, so it's actually not it would be a big deal. Yeah, there is 2 of them. I played the second game. I never played the first game. I got it on my Vita. Because I like the idea of like the JRPG mechanics with like the Persona social stuff. But the game mechanics kind of wore on me. I felt like the social stuff was not up to par. The voice acting was not up to par, and like the mechanics of the JRPG stuff felt so like tedious and time consuming that I couldn't stay with it. Ooh, yeah, we'll go ahead and smite her. We'll throw the level 1 smite on her, why not? More combat, way less dialogue. Okay. That one's called Digimon World. Okay. I'll check that one out for sure. Oh no, not the miss on 85%. Come on now. I'm not gonna bother charming these guys. I'm gonna save my reaction for if she tries to walk away from me. Wow, they're actually all hitting me with the reach from beyond, huh? Do they have to roll to hit for that? Yeah, they do. How are they? I'm surprised they were all hitting me. Nah, we're not gonna charm. You try to walk away from me, I'm gonna smack you. Oh. Shouldn't have cast a spell, lady. That was your first mistake. Visual novel with Fire Emblem combat. Oh, interesting. So it's basically just like Fire Emblem then, because Fire Emblem is basically a visual novel. Gotcha. Well, I probably won't pick up that one. I do enjoy Fire Emblem, but I've played so much of Three Houses that I almost feel like I could go my whole life without playing another Fire Emblem game. Wow, he survived that. I thought for sure he would just pop. I guess he has his temp HP, didn't he? There we go. There's the pop. Don't care about that. It's actually a pretty decent weapon, though. If memory serves, I don't think there's any more enemies roaming around here. I think I killed everybody. Oh wait, there's a mimic in this other area. Actually, I didn't actually go in these rooms before. This should be the mimic.
Another damn mimic.
Not gonna do that. Like how suddenly it's asking me if this is a thing. It's like all the other swings I took in the last combat you couldn't ask me, but now you are for some reason. Ooh, tempting, but no, don't need to. Ooh, Poppity pop pop pop. Deals damage with a ranged spell. Inflict 2 reverberation. It's probably almost better than what I have. Even though I get a free spell slot back with this one I'm currently equipped, it's not really that necessary for this kind of character. I feel like we're going to equip that. Not that we're going to do a lot of ranged spell things, we're probably not going to, but just the fact that it'll add extra reverberation stacks just means extra free damage. To me that feels kind of worth. Oh, failed my perception. I do that a lot, which means I can't get the key to this chest, but I can try to lockpick it.
No, it's past this.
I have no bonuses to this roll. Okay, let's do this instead. We can temporarily throw those on to get a +4. Doesn't help if you roll a 3, though. I would have succeeded on that one anyway. Absorb elements, short rest. This is not a bad cloak, but can't beat what I'm using right now. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do in this area except for to go deal with Ketheric. Balthazar's area I've already been to. Okay, cool. Let us take a short rest. Well, let's go back to camp real quick. Oh, can I go back to camp? I can't. Okay. I guess Shadowheart will just have to be okay with not being topped off. She should still be at a respectable amount of HP, so I can't imagine she's going to drop mid-combat.
Better than nothing.
But it should be fine. We'll get back our resources there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to call it there for tonight. I know we started a little bit later than normal, but that's okay. The next section is obviously going to take quite a bit of time because I have a not the final boss fight of the act, but just a we'll say a mini boss coming up, which will take a little bit of time to get through. So we'll go ahead and just wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out and watching. I don't know if I'm going to be playing this again tomorrow. This is just kind of like a here and there kind of thing right now, so I'm kind of updating you on my progress with this character as I go through this particular campaign as a solo character. I think it's neat to touch base every now and again so you can see how this character is shaping up and evolving, how this solo playthrough is looking. You can see firsthand how it's working. I think it's a fun thing to do. Part of me, I'm not 100% sure on what the next game I'm going to be playing is. Something today I was feeling like I was watching all the Elden Ring Night Rain, and part of me wants to do an Elden Ring randomizer run, because I've already played a few characters through the whole game and kind of know a lot of things about the game now. So it'd be neat to do a randomizer where I don't know where to go or what to do, or anything could pop up at any time. I would have to get the game on PC though, because that's where the randomizer is, and hopefully it would run okay. My rig is pretty old now, but I mean it's able to handle Baldur's Gate 3 pretty well, so I'd imagine it could probably handle Elden Ring decently. We'll see. That's just an idea I've been thinking about. if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it might still happen in the future at some point, maybe in a later week, later day. If we don't see this tomorrow, it'll mean that tomorrow will be probably Zomboid, or maybe we'll just mess around with some stuff on PS5 or play a retro game or something. Anywho, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out and watching me. Appreciate you, love ya, and I will see you again tomorrow at the same time. Alright, have a good night. Adios.